Yes, I'd like to listen to your interview. And then Joe saying the interview was great, so Joe got to see it. Hi from Kings Lynn. And then hello from Eileen and Woodstable. And Katie, hi from Cheltenham. And Donna, hi everyone, here from a sunny Manchester. Yay. Oh, and thanks, Vidyamala, for your tips on maintaining a good meditation posture last week. I'm loving my meditation pouch. Have your hands in your pouch. That's brilliant. Good. Emilio, hola from sunny Madrid. Susan, hi from Norwich. Marion, hello from Marion in France. Missed the last 2 weeks. So welcome back, Marion. And Kate, hello from Eastbourne. Good. So yes, it's nearly time to start. Just wait another moment or two. Oh yes, and Margaret's saying the Turgar talk had 2,000 participants. I know I was a bit terrified. Apparently 4,000 people had signed up. They just told me that like 1 minute before going live. I was like, oh my God. But 2,000 were there. Anyway, it was fun. And then Gillian is saying, what's the meditation pouch? Now, I'm in a different space today and I haven't got a blanket. But let me just grab this blanket and I can show you again. Meditation pouches. I'll show you that in a moment when everyone's here. And Kelly, hi from sunny San Jose. Meg, hi from Todmorden. Very tired tonight, but good to be here. So tired is when you're tired and wired. I'm sure many of us know that feeling, where you're tired, but you feel buzzy. So we call that twired as a helpful shorthand for that rather unpleasant experience. And then Lorian, hello from Southern California. Sunny today, but they say the atmospheric river will start on the 1st and last for about 9 days of rain. Gosh, so that might be more flooding for California. So I hope you're going to be safe, Lorian. And Dorian saying, greetings from Utah. The sun is shining. Okay, good. So let's begin. Let me go back to the right view. Yeah, so someone's asked, what's the meditation pouch? So last week I gave a few tips on posture. And one of the things I suggested is to get a blanket or something like that. And you can wrap it around you. Keeps your legs warm. But what you can do is roll it over at your waist like that. And then you just tuck your hands in. And you can see as soon as when I do that, my shoulders can just release. I'm not having to hold on to my arms. And the good thing about doing this method is you can fiddle around with the height very easily. If your hands are still a bit low, you can just make it a bit more bulky. If they feel too high, then you can just sort of nestle down a little bit more. So yeah, the pouch is very good. Let me just get myself a bit more comfy with the rest of the blanket though. It's better. Okay, so I was thinking about what to do today. And I think we're going to do a kindly breath practice. In fact, I know we're going to do a kindly breath practice. This is called Space to Breathe, this 30-hour period, 30-minute period. And, we try to make it exactly that, just a chance to come together in community and cultivate some presence and some calm and some stillness. For those of us who are here in the UK, it's at the end of the working day. So it might be welcome for those of you in other parts of the world. So Lorian will be in early morning in California, be about 10 o'clock or something. And New Zealand, even earlier. We've got someone from New Zealand. So it can help prepare you for the day. So it's either a good way of calming down at the end of the day or preparing you for the day. And we often do breathing meditations here, not always, but often we do. And, the instruction is to keep resting our awareness inside breathing inside the body, and using that as an anchor for the mind. So every time the mind wanders off, we invite our awareness back into breathing. And you'll notice I've used the language of resting inside breathing inside the body. So it's not a heady occupation. We're not meditating on thinking about breathing. We're meditating on experiencing breathing. And as soon as we experience breathing, we're in the body and we're in the present. So it is a good way to ground and to still. But even doing that, we can still do it in a slightly mechanical, slightly cool, with a slightly mechanical or cool attitude. And it can be very beautiful to learn how to love the experience. So to bring kindliness and warmth and care to this remarkable experience of harnessing our awareness, embracing the gift of awareness that we all have, and then resting inside the breathing as an anchor for the mind, and to do that with love, to do that with care. And the attitude that we can bring towards ourselves is the attitude that we naturally have for a loved one. So we can at the beginning, we'll imagine the feelings we have for somebody that we love, not necessarily a sort of lustful sexual love, but a friend, a really good friend, somebody who we love being with, that they make us feel good, and we care for them. If they were experiencing any difficulty, we'd quite naturally want to support them. So we bring that attitude towards ourselves as we rest with the breathing. So we're kind of loving this simple experience of breathing, moment by moment by moment. So yeah, let's do this kindly breath practice together. And for those of you who are new, I do lead it, so you don't need to remember anything I've said. I'll just follow along as best you can. And of course, for the rest of you, if you think you just want to have a silent practice, then once we get going, you can just mute me. That's the wonderful thing about you all being on your computers. You can just turn down the volume and I won't be offended. It's completely up to you. Okay, so let's begin by settling. Having a sense of arriving in the position that we've chosen. And then if we would like to, we could close the eyes, or else lowering the gaze. And beginning to settle. So first of all, let's allow the weight of the body to rest down into the chair or the bed or whatever it is that we're sitting or lying upon. Let's see if we can rest into the support rather than perching on top of it. Quality of yielding, settling, arriving. And to help, if we'd like to, we could take a few deeper breaths, and then on each out breath, we can release and arrive and soften a little bit more. Letting go of the day, letting go of anticipation of the day, if it's the morning, and arriving in the moment. And when we're ready, we can allow our breathing to find its own natural rhythm. Very often the mind runs into the past, rushes into the future. But if we allow our awareness to rest inside sensation in the body, we're present. The only sensations we can feel are those that are happening right now. Past sensations are a memory, future sensations are an idea. So let's see if we can allow our awareness to pour out of the head to feel the body. So there's a contact with the surface beneath us. And let's allow our awareness to flow all the way down to the feet. And the contact between the feet and the floor or the bed. And let's let the feet rest, yield into the support. Sensations are unpleasant or painful. Notice any tendency to grip or harden or resist. And in the noticing, perhaps we can soften a little bit, keeping the breathing soft. Noticing the way the sensations are continually changing. And allowing awareness to pour up and fill the legs. The lower legs and the knees and the upper legs drenched in awareness. So receiving sensations as flow, letting them flow in and out of awareness. And if our legs are numb or dull, then noticing that, receiving that. We're just gradually waking up a little more deeply into this experience of embodiment and presence. Coming to the buttocks now, resting on the chair or the bed, yielding, soft, resting. And now allowing awareness to fill the torso, the front, the back, the side, the inside. Receiving all the different sensations and letting them flow through the moment. Some of them will be pleasant, some of them are unpleasant, some of them dull. Seeing if we can wake up a little bit more to our present moment experience and all its vividness. With this attitude of care, kindliness, and curiosity. Feeling breathing in the belly and the chest and the back of the body. And imagine with each in-breath and each out-breath, there's love and kindliness drenching the body, the moment, particularly the torso. So love pouring in with the in-breath, and then love seeping into the body with each out-breath. Particularly if we've got pain or discomfort. It can also just be this attitude of care, of love, of kindliness. Just come higher up the body now in this journey of arrival, and then we'll come back to resting inside breathing. Let's bring the shoulders to the foreground of awareness, resting inside the shoulders, letting them fall down and back a little bit into gravity. And letting awareness pour down the arms, all the way to the fingers and the thumbs. Feeling all the different sensations, shoulders, arms, hands. They might be strong, they might be really subtle. Just resting inside whatever is showing up. It might be a sense of numbness. That's also something to be aware of. Letting the hands rest in the lap or on the legs or at the side of the body if we're lying down, and that's our preferred position. What's it like to let go of gripping in the hands? Let them rest in the present. And now coming to the neck and the head. The head resting on the top of the neck, whether upright or whether we're lying down. Finding a position that's going to be as comfortable as possible. And feeling into the physicality of the head, so feeling sensations in the head. So rather than the head feeling somehow separate from the body, feeling how the head is the body, it's part of the body, it's a limb of the body. Maybe feeling the eyelids touching, the lips touching, the tongue and the mouth, softness in the jaw. and the whole body, sitting here, lying here, and awareness resting inside the body. Flow of sensations. We receive them with vividness and we let them go moment by moment. Receive, let go, receive, let go. So experience becomes like a river. And let's gather our awareness around the breathing again. Maybe dropping into the belly. Very gentle. Opening on the in-breath, subsiding on the out-breath. Let's see if the attitude we can bring to our awareness is kindly and loving and caring. The way we naturally feel for a good friend. Turning that quality of emotional warmth and care and love back towards ourselves. Difficulty arising, we bring that attitude towards our difficulty. Joy arising, or calm arising, we bring that attitude to that. We enjoy it. We let it come, we let it go. We'll move into a few minutes of silence now. You can just rest inside, breathing inside the body. Of course, you've always got options, so if breathing feels really unpleasant, you could choose another anchor, maybe the bottom on the chair or the hands, the feet. It's completely up to you. After the last few moments, let's let go of any effort whatsoever. Just relax the mind, relax the body. Just sitting, just lying, just absorbing. Let's very gently beginning to bring the practice to a close. So just let's bring a tiny bit of movement. Notice I just want to sway a little bit. Keeping the breathing soft. Just notice any tendency to immediately grip and tense as soon as we even think about moving. Just experimenting with maybe moving the fingers and the toes a little bit. But keeping this quality of awareness going, this very embodied, fluid, loving awareness going as we come out of the meditation and into movement. In the eyes. Good. I'm just looking at you all now, taking you in. It's so nice practicing with you. And yeah, for those of you who are new, I usually stay on for a little bit at the end, and people write in the chat box what happened for them in the practice, which is always really lovely to hear. I always read it out, so you don't need to be peering at the screen. And excuse me, we've got the wonderful Mark as our tech support person who comes here week after week after week as a volunteer. In fact, we all do this on a voluntary basis because we just love doing this with you. And but we obviously do need everything needs money these days. We need money. So Mark's also posted in here in the chat box how to become a patron if you would like to be a Breathworks patron, which is a small monthly donation. And that I just learned this today from the team actually that I've been a little bit muddled myself, that the patron scheme is purely for keeping the community of practice going. So if you donate to that, you're donating to our community, which is wonderful, isn't it? So it's a way of us keeping this wonderful, wonderful online community going. So please do really consider doing that if you can. I know many of you are patrons already, so just good to invite any of you who aren't to consider it. So what have we got here? Richard saying, thank you, I needed that. And Lorian, thanks Vidyamala. It is so kind of you to share this with us each week. I learn so much from you each week. Feel relaxed, warm, and peaceful. Well, it really is my pleasure, Lorian. It's very good for me to come. I've got a little bit of a virus at the moment, so I normally meditate in the morning, but I slept in today. And so I get to do a daily meditation with you guys, which is really good. And Lauren saying, and thanks, Mark. Louise, beautiful practice. Thank you. Elisabetta. Oh, I feel much better, less painful and much more relaxed. Feel connected too. Thank you. So I think, Elisabetta, it was your first time. So that's really fabulous to read that, and hope you'll come back. Joe, thank you for such a lovely calming meditation. Emma, after 3 weeks of pain, tension, and tiredness, tonight's meditation has been so calming and relaxing, feeling soothed. Thank you. Well, obviously, I was going to say it's really good to hear, Emma, but it's not good to hear that you've had 3 weeks of pain and tension and tiredness. But it's really great that this has given you a new way of being with that experience. And Lizzie, wrapped myself up in a blanket, tucked in my hands and fell asleep. But my headache is gone. Thank you. So that's really good. Valerie, it was so soothing, just what I needed. I'm so grateful for this space. Last week I couldn't be there and missed you all so much. Thank you so much, Vidyamala and Mark. And Vicky, lovely, thank you. I do like the idea of a loving and kindly breath. And wouldn't it be amazing if we lived our lives like that? We just went through the day with a loving and kindly breath. Apparently we breathe something like 22,000 times a day. Imagine if, it was like 22,000 little hits of love. I think it's possible. And Donna, highlight of my week so far. Thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. And Lynn, thank you. Alison, thank you for such a beautiful practice. May all beings know peace. And Kat, should we be breathing in and out through our noses, or in through our nose and out through our mouth? Generally, if you can, it's better to breathe through the nose on the in and the out breath. I know at the beginning I breathed out through my mouth when I was doing the arrival. That's good. It relaxes the jaw and so on. But when we're doing the actual meditation, there are lots of physiological reasons why it's best to breathe in and out through the nose if we can. Obviously, if you can't, then adapting. Okay, thank you, Vidyamala and Mark. I really needed that. My migraine has released. Gosh, that's really good to hear. Shakajata, thank you for the warm gift of peace. Helen, thank you so much, Vidyamala and Mark. I had a sense of being in the outer edges of my body rather than my head or emotional center of my body where I usually am. A good experience which I'll focus on more. Let's just read that again. I had a sense of being in the outer edges of my body rather than my head or emotional center of my body where I usually am. Very interesting. I'm guessing what you mean is, when we've got strong emotions, all our awareness can sort of go straight to where that is in the body, or where up in the head, but to have this more sort of diffuse sense of the whole body can be really helpful. Good. So that's the end of the comments this week. So yeah, really wonderful to see you all. And I hope your weeks go as well as possible, and see you all next week. And thank you so much, Mark. So if you want to unmute to say goodbye, that's lovely. Or I can see people waving, which is nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Have a great week.
Thank
you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Vidyamala.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
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 Thank you, Vidyamala. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
You've made it in, Margaret.
Yes, I made it. Yes.
That's brilliant.
That was very good on Terga.
Oh, good. Did you watch it live?
Yes, but I've got the YouTube. Yes, YouTube one.
Everyone was on YouTube, yeah, but they
Terga is a very big organization.
Yeah.